my name's Edwin Jenga, a person living confidently with disability, a graphic designer, and the CEO of Triprint Graphics.
Yes, awesome. So umezaliwa huko Kiambu ama wewe ni wa kukuja?
Yes. Nimezaliwa huko Kiambu, nimelelewa huko Kiambu, nimelelewa pia hapa tu Kiambu. Yes.
Shule umesomea Kiambu ama kuna time ilibidi utoke Kiambu County?
Kuna time ilibidi nitoke Kiambu County because of various reasons concerning my disability. Yes.
Maybe unaweza tuelezea nini hiyo ili happen ikafanya utoke Kiambu?
Okay, because the other pupils we were learning with, they used to enjoy me because we grew up together as children, and then we have grown up together. They are getting tall.
Jenga amebaki
hapa chini. So I had to get moved out of here. So I had to go somewhere else.
So you went kuendelea shule ama ulienda shughuli zingine?
Niliendelea na shule. Yes.
That is great. So challenges maybe zenye unaweza sema umepatana nazo from ukianza shule growing to now where we are, unaweza sema nini hizo umepitia?
The challenges are many. Let's say stigmatization. Let's say you are going somewhere, then people start saying, oh, look at this guy, he's too short, and maybe you are older than them. You see?
Na wezi waambia wewe ni mzee waliko.
Yes.
So maybe umepata na zile challenges. Ushaenda kutafuta job place ingine ama wewe uliamua tu kuwa CEO from the word go?
No. This Nairobi, we have looked for jobs. Maybe you go to look for a job somewhere to drop a CV. Then you find a soldier, a security guard somewhere who tells you, no, we don't allow kids in here.
Mweleze umwambie CV hapo.
No, you even give him your ID, but haezi amini because
anaangalia pia vitu zingine. Anaona hakuna vitu zingine za kusema miaka imesonga.
Yes.
Umetuambia challenge ilikuwa sana mambo ya education, but nini hiyo ilifanyika ama at what point in your life will you decide, you know what, I'm going to rise above this limitation na lazima ni become ile kitu yenye God alikuwa anataka mimi nikuwe?
Okay, so at first I started up as I got a job as a paid internship right here in Kiambu town.
Ulikuwa unafanya nini internship?
Just a graphic designer. Yes. So after I got to learn some things there. Yes. How to do certain jobs. Yes. After that the guy was not that good, so
alikuwa anakufinyilia.
Anifinyilia kidogo. So after that I decided to I went back to Shago. I tried again to apply for jobs, but no.
Hakuna kitu ilikuwa inakuza.
So after that I decided now it's time to rise above my height.
That is a good one.
Sasa niweke job yangu.
Yes. So hapo ndio dream ya Triprint ilitokea?
Yes.
That is good. So ulianza lini Triprint?
I started in 2023. Yes.
What has been the challenges, achievements zimekuaje za job?
I'm going to start with my challenges. So as a self-employed entrepreneur, sometimes you'll send to a job to measure something, but you cannot reach the height.
So what happens in such scenarios?
Now you have to ask to plead with somebody.
Akusaidie, apande juu apime.
Apande juu apime. Yes. Until I got the chance to to employ some employees.
Wewe ni mdosi sahi.
Kidogo.
Sawa.
Yes.
That is wonderful. And now umekuwa relationship yako na clients wako imekuaje? Because I can imagine kuna mtu atakuja alafu akumbuke kitu anataka ipimwe iko huko juu. Sasa mnaelewana aje hadi anakupatia hii job?
The benefit of of myself, mostly my jobs are usually referrals. So when a client sends somebody, atamwambia na huyo jamaa
kwa hivi na hivi
kwa hivi na hivi usimdharau.
Bora kazi yake iko safi kabisa.
Kazi yake iko safi.
Hiyo ni kali, hiyo ni kali, ni kali. Tumefurahi sana kuwa na wewe leo.
Asante
And
sana.
today is the day that we commemorate International Day of Persons Living with Disability. Nini unataka kuambia society kuhusu hii siku?
Mimi kwanza ningependa ku-encourage watu wenye wana live, the people living with people experiencing disability. Rise with confidence no matter what you are living with. Usitambue hii kitu. Panda.
Great. Kwa hivyo, if you're there, you have heard what Jenga has said. Rise above your limitation, rise above your disability. Stories like this of Edwin Jenga reminds us of resilience, faith, and purpose within every person with disability. Join us as we continue with this conversation on the other side of the studio. And today, we bring you more voices of courage and hope. Welcome to our International Day of Persons with Disability special conversation. And today we are going to talk about courage, dignity, inclusion, and all that comes with this beautiful day. Join us as we get to hear stories that encourage us and leave us a better person. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you today. And we just want to hear our journeys, our stories, and of course encourage us even as we commemorate this beautiful day. And maybe to start us off, you can tell us your name and a little more about yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate this invitation to support commemoration of the International Day of Persons with Disability. I am Colin Sombajo. I consider myself as a person with disability, albinism in this case, which affects the skin, hair, and eyes of an individual. In the skin, albinism causes the light blonde color. In the hair, still blonde, but with darkness on me. In the eyes, albinism comes with low vision characteristics that hinder proper visualization of objects from afar. And additionally, excessive lights makes individuals with albinism to strain while seeing. So yeah, that's why many of us do wear prescriptive spectacles, basically to block the excessive light and also make clear what one sees. Yes. Additionally, I work as a disability inclusion advisor with an organization dubbed Light for the World.
Great. We are so delighted to have you. And on my right, beautiful lady.
Thank you. My name is Anne Kangara, and I identify myself as person with disability, specifically physical disability. And I'm a disability inclusion facilitator at Light for the World organization. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and karibu sana. And today we just want to unpack. We usually hear a disability, and we know maybe there's different forms of disability. Maybe you can just start by telling us exactly what is disability. Is it just limited to physical, what we see, or there is more to
that? Thank you. The Constitution of Kenya, Article 260, defines disability as the interaction between an existing impairment, and the impairments can differ from one individual to another, some visible, some invisible. So these impairments, while interacting with barriers domiciled in the society, they can be physical, they can be communication, they can be attitudinal or even policy barriers, hinder the day-to-day movement of an individual with the said impairment. So the fact that the impairment interacts with barriers that are occasioned by us in the society, so that results to a disability. So disability is not existing in an individual, but the impairment is what exists in an individual.
Okay.
Yes.
And what can you tell someone who maybe really wants to understand what is disability?
Okay, as my colleague has said, we have the simplest definition of disability, that we have said it is impairment plus barrier is equals to disability. So when there is a barrier, like I'll give an example for a person like me who has physical disability. I want to access a building. Yeah. But in that building, there are no lifts or elevators. So that becomes a barrier to me. And that's why I'm defined as a person with disability. Yes.
Great. And maybe you can just tell us, what is that one thing that you can share with us or tell us that we don't know that is beyond what we can see, that maybe you're limping? What is that one thing that you want people to see, or you can tell us that is beyond your disability?
Okay. In the natural, people see my disability first, and it's okay. Yeah. But beyond disability, there is more about Anne. I'm sure so many people don't know that I love modeling. I love modeling. When it comes to fashion show, I love being on the runway, and that's what people don't know about me.
Wow, that is beautiful. And do you get opportunities to do that?
Yes, I get those opportunities. Was it on 8th of November 2025? I participated in a Eco Fashion Week. Okay. Yeah, where there was inclusive. It was about inclusivity or diversity. Now bringing in the designers and knowing that they can not only design clothes of persons without disability, but also persons with disability.
And showcase them as well.
Yes,
that
and
is beautiful.
Them.
And to you, what is that one thing that you'd want us to know beyond maybe your disability?
Beyond my disability is the ability to influence change. I started as a youth advocate, working around inclusion of persons with disability. Actually, all my work has been around disability inclusion, working with different organizations. So the passion that I have is to ensure that no other person with disability faces challenges in accessing education the way I did. So my lived experience could speak out as an individual who has overcome challenges necessitated by the barriers that could be broken and allow persons with disability participate in any development making process.
Wow, I love that. That we can go beyond the barriers and the limitations that are set for us. That is beautiful, but we know there are misconceptions that come when we hear about disability. And maybe we can share what are these misconceptions that we have around it. We can start with you, Anne.
Okay, yeah, we have misconceptions. I would just highlight one, that they see that persons with disability are dependable, which is not true. We are independent. We can do things on our own unless we need assistance, and we will come and tell you we need. But we are independent.
Yes. Wow, not that kindly. They are independent. I love that one. To you, Collins.
Well, there are a lot of misconceptions associated with disability, which definitely are not true. There are misconceptions, as said. We've tried to fight the ones brought about by cultural practices, like looking at disability as a curse, disability as contagious, disability as a source of wealth associated with albinism, disability as a cure to diseases associated with albinism. A lot on disability, and this comes with the different types of disability. Quick to this is that these are myths and fallacies that we need to demystify by creating awareness to the society.
Absolutely.
Disability is not a disease. It can't be contagious. It can't be transmitted from one individual to another. Disability doesn't have a life. Many diseases have a separate life away from the individual they affect. So disability is part of an individual. You have a physical disability. It will not grow to affect another leg. Allow me to use Anne as an example. She has physical disability affecting one leg, meaning that her mobility is somehow hindered. But that doesn't grow to affect the other leg that doesn't have a disability. So it means disability doesn't have a life. Disability as a curse is a no, a no, a no. There's no one associated with the curse as a disability. And this hinders individual acceptance, individual growth, and the courage and of one to come out of that cocoon that is brought about by discrimination to the society. So individuals with disability should be encouraged to participate, should be given opportunities to showcase what they have, the inner self of the ability beyond the disability they have, to be able to participate in development making processes, and even to curb the gap between disability, between poverty and disability, because we view disability and poverty as individuals working at a par. So we need to curb that and demystify the fact that disability is associated with poverty. Disability is as a result of curses. Disability as a disease that need to be cured, and create inclusive spaces that persons with disability can willingly, meaningfully engage.
And do you think this kind of misconceptions, they come about because there is no information, or it's just ignorance? Because as you've mentioned, even in school, like you find children, they don't have this information. I don't know if they don't have the information or the parents are not telling it to them. So you find them treating these children in a way that they should not. Is it a communication thing, ignorance, or what is it?
Yes, one I'd put it directly to ignorance. I want all of us to put ourselves in the shoe of that child who is now trying to a child with disability in this case, who's trying to identify themselves, who's trying to identify the difference they have
from
their peers. And then that is marred by rejection, discrimination, derogative terminologies towards them. This hinders the child from really identifying with themselves. Some are brought about by body shaming that really affects this individual. Some persons with disability go to stigma because of the discriminative approaches that are brought about by ignorance. An individual who desires to know usually ask. And persons with disability, myself included, will be willing to share more about ourselves, more about our differences, so that we can be understood and given an opportunity to participate. So that child with a disability who's trying to identify themselves and is met by such derogative approaches will not be able to speak out about themselves, will not have the courage to participate or even appear in front of people because they feel discriminated, they feel isolated, they live a life of despair. So my call is to encourage the society to learn more about disability. Open up to awareness. Don't make assumptions. Don't ignore the fact that disability is amongst us. Disability affects people in our society, our relatives, our friends, our core peers who need to be understood, who need to be given spaces to live independently, as said.
I love that. Maybe from that, and do you have something maybe you can share, a moment that you really felt unseen or maybe misunderstood? Maybe someone might just look at you and judge you, you can share something.
I think I've been to places whereby I was misjudged and maybe not listened to because of the way they looked at me. They saw a girl with disability. So for her, giving such an advice or giving such an idea, it cannot really come well with what we are doing currently. So when they decided to just ignore me, when I gave an idea that would help all of us. But because I am a girl with a disability, it got to a place where now they felt whatever she's saying, it is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Wacha tusikize na wenyewe wako na points, wenye hawana disability, you see? And I felt so bad. And I decided, if no one will speak for me, then I will speak for myself. And that's when I started the journey of advocacy.
Wow, I love that. And to you, Collins, maybe you can share with us that moment you felt seen, respected, and accepted, included, that moment.
Well, a lot of occurrences that I can want to share, but quick to that, I'm thinking of education. I first went to school as a child, very early age, without capability to express myself or identify with the hindrances I'm facing. And so the teacher, while writing on the blackboard, asked everyone to copy whatever is written on the blackboard. So sitting at the back, and we were sitting on the floor, that nursery environment in the olden days. Good to see things are changing. And disability inclusive education. So this teacher didn't understand that I have low vision. I couldn't see the blackboard. And myself, I couldn't speak for myself or even raise that as an issue because I was struggling to identify the challenges I have. So I was met by beatings, a lot of pinches. I'm still looking for that teacher. Another one is in high school, biology class. The topic on a biology topic around inheritance. I was forced to miss that class and go study in the library because the teacher wanted to tackle the topic of albinism and wanted to use me as a specimen. So I'm not sure whether he wanted to protect me or make me miss the lesson and fail in totality. I'm also looking for that teacher. So in this particular school, after I had been given an opportunity to speak about myself and that demystify the myths that surrounded my inclusion in that school. I remember I was given an opportunity to be leading the cheering squad of games whenever we went to participate. So neighboring school that we were playing, our school was playing football with, started cheering, mocking myself as they cheer their team with some derogative terminologies. Well, this forced the game to come to a stop. Our team decided not to play, not to proceed with the game unless an apology is issued. So this did not come from myself, but the people who now understood me and now stood for my rights to protect me. So I felt honored. The other opponent school came. A parade was quickly called. All the teams came together. The leaders of the school, actually they were the ones who were hosting us, came and apologized. All the members of the team apologized. I literally felt like, yes, I'm included. I'm dignified as a human being. Beyond the derogative terminologies that came about. I'm quick to forgive because I understand myself, and given an opportunity, I usually speak about myself to demystify the myths that the society associates with persons with albinism or persons with disability.
Yeah, well, that is really inspiring. I love that. But now again, we see that the society that we are living in, somehow, they don't know the right way to handle persons with disability, and especially how do we call them? You know, there have been, as you have said, there are those names they would use which are not right. Maybe we can talk about that. And what do you think is the best way to address persons with disability?
Okay, thank you. We've had so many names about persons with disability. And right now, we are not where we used to be. We have respectable names when you're referring to persons with disability.
Yeah.
And I remember some time back, we used to say persons living with disability, which is not even the right English, yes, to use. Why? Because we live with our siblings. We live with our families. We don't live with disability. Yes. So when it comes to that, we realized and we came up with a better name, persons with disability.
Yeah.
And we've had very weird names, abled differently, special, but all that, if we can stop it and we use the right names. And I would prefer you call me by my name.
And someone
call me by my name.
Someone
Stop
might
saying,
not know your name.
No, I have a name.
Yeah.
Identity. My identity comes first before my disability. So address me by my name. With that, I know that you're addressing me, and you're not seeing my disability first.
Yeah.
And that's the culture we are trying to build right now, that people will be able to address us by our name, the identity. Because if we decide to allow people to give us name, we'll have all the names in this world. We'll have all those names.
Yeah.
But because of we want respect and dignity, we have to go with the right terminologies for persons with disability. Yeah, we have had cases whereby they are calling, we have this, I'll use that name, Bilikimo, but it's not the right name. So, when we call these people such names, most of the time they will not even want to appear in the community or in the events, because sababu they'll be called those names, they'll be laughed at. But when we have the right terminology, short, statured, and when we address them with respect, and they are human just like any other person. With that, we are good to go. Yes.
I love that. Collins, maybe you can just also add on that, but tell us, what are the mistakes that people make when they are dealing with persons with disabilities?
Thinking of the various approaches, but one, allow me to quote the Bible.
Sure.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48, speaks of the fact that whoever is given much is expected from them.
Sure.
And if I can interpret this in disability supportive services, is that persons with disability come with different support needs. Some high, some low, but we depend on our relatives, friends, or even professionals in the disability sector to offer this support. Disability is not homogeneous. Different types of disability require different approaches in accommodation. People who are deaf will require sign language interpreters. People who are blind will require sight guides. Some with high support needs those that have physical impairment, those that have multiple disability, will require personal assistance to support in mobility and even other livelihood support services. All these are given by people without disability. So we somehow depend on them to be able to live meaningful livelihoods. Well, away from that, Kenya as a country has a straightforward legal structure backed by the international framework that we as Kenyans signed and ratified and agreed to be bound by them. And that's why the Constitution of Kenya still speaks on the rights of persons with disability in Article 54. The rights of persons with disability. Additionally, we have a Disability Act 2025. The best thing that happened in the regime of President William Ruto to the community of persons with disability, because I'm very sure on that 11th date of May, if Ruto would be distracted kidogo tu hivi, then that act would have been shelved and would have forgotten about it. Remember, the review of this particular act started way back in 2013. The initial one was came to be in 2003. It was more of the social approach to persons with disability. But the Disability Act of 2025 is more of a rights-based legal framework, giving dignity to persons with disability, one, and number two, recognizing them as equal individual, equal citizens in Kenya. So disability rights are human rights at that phase. The Act has penalties to people who violate the rights of persons with disability, that word. So you see Kenya as a progressive country that through its legal framework speaks of inclusion of persons with disability in the society. However, there's still more to be done to ensure that the rights of persons with disability are respected, are given priority, and are meaningfully included in any development making processes. This speaks to education, this speaks to employment, entrepreneurship, and any other social and economic empowerment activity that man has to do to live.
I think on it's somehow we are handling disability etiquettes, and maybe before we even go further, we can define what exactly is disability etiquette.
Etiquette itself is the polite way of interacting with the individual. Disability etiquette is all in the communication, the social interaction that we do to persons with disability. We always live with these people in our communities. We always see them as our siblings, our relatives, our friends in the community, our peers that we can play with. Some of the derogative terms may come knowingly, like for example, associating persons with albinism as a source of riches. We've literally heard in the streets as we walk, people shout from afar, "Ona pesa inapita," and that is in reference to a human being.
In Kenya.
Yes, it happens, and that came during the that was the issue that was brought about by persecution and killing of persons with albinism for ritual purposes. It came from our neighboring countries. It's found its way to Kenya, and people now took it as a joke in the street. People could laugh as such. But look at this individual being referred to with such derogative terminology. What is the impact? What is the feeling? Do you feel as an individual who's grown up calling people with derogative terms in an attempt maybe to make jokes to your peers, but impacting negatively on this individual? It could be a child. I'm so concerned with the lives of children And then how do they interpret that? How does that impact on their growth, their
and daily interactions
consciousness?
as well.
Exactly. How does that make them live? So some could be as a result of maybe not knowing. And that one can quickly be corrected by seeking information, asking where you don't know. Ask a person with disability how they need to be supported. That can be a polite way of offering support or assistance. Ask a person with disability about the challenges they face. Sit them down, find the polite words to engage them. It will impact positively on their lives. They will feel understood. They will feel included once they have shared about themselves, and to an extent given possible approaches on how best they should be accommodated, they should be referred to, like Anne said. The person-first language is what we prioritize, and it is guided by the UNCRPD that Kenya is part and parcel. We signed this and ratified in 2007, 2008, meaning that we accepted to be guided. It found its way in our constitution that was promulgated in 2010, finding approaches like definitions of disability picked from the UNCRPD directly and contextualized to the Kenyan context. The Disability Act that I've spoken about, the sector policy for learners and trainees with disability that guides on inclusive education to accommodate the interests of learners with disability in educational institutions, and more. Speak to the social protection policies, the social protection acts that Kenya has. That's why I was speaking to the fact that disability rights are human rights.
Thank you so
and
much.
A human being with disability is a person first.
It is true.
By respect.
Before we see the other parts.
Exactly.
Maybe he's really mentioned a lot when it comes to our constitution and the new act that we have. But also we have our guidebook, which is the Word of God. And maybe from that, what do you think? And especially now that we are talking about the etiquette, what can we pick? What simple etiquette can we pick that you think the society, the schools, the institution should learn when it comes to handling persons with disability?
Okay. For the when we come to etiquette, there's something I've always told people: don't assume that that person needs your help. Don't assume. Okay. Unless they request you
for help.
Don't assume. I'll give an example. Most of the time we see a visually impaired person. Amesimama tu kwa barabara, unaona anataka kuvuka. And you with all your big heart, you want to help. Unaona washika mkono, kuja tuvuke.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. But you need to ask them first.
Okay.
Can I help you
get
cross?
Get their consent.
Yes, get the consent. Don't assume this person is waiting for someone.
Or they're stranded.
Yes. So we have to get it that we need to ask before giving that help to persons with disability. Ask them, do you need
help?
Yes. With that, we are good to go. And maybe a scripture I would want us to read now. In the book of Exodus 4:11. I'll just phrase it. This is God asking. I think he was asking Moses. He was asking them, is it not I who made the blind not to see, the deaf not to hear? Meaning what? God is still concerned about us, persons with disability. And that has not limited his sovereignty, because we have disability. That one has, he is still God of over all of us. And we have so many stories of persons with disability in the Bible.
Yeah.
You have Zacchaeus, a very short man.
With the short stature.
Yes, he was there. He was in the Bible. You've heard about the lame man at the beautiful gate.
The blind man at the pool.
Yes, all these are people we are seeing in the Bible, and that tells us that God still has good plans for us. We are still there, and He loves us, and He has good plans for all of us.
It's true.
Yes.
Wow, I love that. And above that, the Bible tells us about love.
Yes.
There is no love, this one to hear. It is equally, I think it's the one thing that cuts across all of us.
True.
The love of God.
Yes.
I love that. Now, we have mentioned about the inclusion, and especially now that we have this new acts of 2025, and thanks to our president, as you've mentioned, it has brought a lot of changes into the society. But one thing maybe we'll want to know, or maybe you can tell us, when you talk about inclusion, what are we talking about?
Good. Disability inclusion is simple. It's all about creating, it's all about breaking barriers that hinder participation of persons with disability, communication to persons with disability, policies that influence social interaction with people from different backgrounds. I know discrimination does not relate to disability alone. People who are orphans, the widows, people who are refugees can be discriminated in their social background. But what speaks above all this is that disability is cross-cutting.
Sure.
A person who is a youth can have a disability. The elderly can have a disability. Women can have a disability. All those minority community can be persons with disability. This speaks to the fact that disability is not a specific community. It's part of our society. It's part of our community. We live with these people everywhere. So we need to enable them be independent, live day-to-day lives with minimal support where needed. And that's why I spoke of the Bible, quoting the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48. We need to support them, break barriers that hinder their inclusion in the society. And so bringing them together and providing the support services that they need to be able to thrive.
Sorry to cut you short. I just mentioned about the barrier, and maybe as you continue, you can mention what are the biggest barriers that are currently there, and how do we deal with them, even as we talk about inclusion?
Yes, exactly. I classified the barriers in 4 categories that can hinder inclusion of persons with disability. I spoke of access. Access to structural buildings, access to our roads, access to the virtual spaces, the internet. All this given publicly to support human beings. So when you create such structures with barriers that can hinder mobility of persons with physical disability, you don't want to include a segment, a section of the society that have physical disability. When you don't block the walkways, the manholes in our roads, and you expect persons with the visual impairment to walk freely with their white canes as their guides or guide dogs, then you are blocking free movement of persons who are blind in the society. When we speak about sign language being the third national language, and then we don't prioritize sign language interpretation in public spaces, in our churches, we literally blocking persons who are deaf from participating in the public or in our services or mingling freely with us. When you as an institution come up with policies that hinder participation of persons with disability in one way or another, then you are blocking persons with disability from freely participating. I want to, quote our military forces. Many a times when they go for recruitment, they look specifically to some attributes that are not occasioned by individual willingness. You hinder persons of short stature from serving Kenya. Yet there are other categories of work and services in the forces that these people can do.
It is true.
It's not that every other person who is going through recruitment is going to war. They are literally safeguarding our country, protecting our country from harm, and everyone can participate. Offer these opportunities to all, not discriminatively. So the 4 categories are access, communication, attitudinal. I spoke about this. This is inbuilt. It's in an individual. Unless you seek that information, you understand, then you will not know. You create assumptions, you want to believe in them, and then to an extent you find yourself discriminating on persons with disability, then you are not a Kenyan. Policies that we come up with, that is the 4th one, should be non-discriminative to allow persons with disability to meaningfully participate in any process that involves the public. You will be inclusive.
Awesome.
I actually wanted to speak about the Bible when you asked Anne to relate disability inclusion from the Bible. The simplest one is that when God created mankind, He created them in His own image and likeness. I am Collins. I have albinism. I am created in the image and likeness of God. I look at myself as a child of God, as an image of God. And maybe God has albinism, just like me.
He does.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Now, I know time has really run on us, but we are going to, even as we come to the close-up of today's special conversation that we are having, maybe you can give us word motivation. You know, despite the challenges that are there, despite the barriers, what is that one thing that keeps Anne moving?
Nice. One thing that keeps Anne moving for Anne is knowing that the future is still bright, and there are so many opportunities for Anne in the world, in our community, in our nation. Because I believe that today might be different, but tomorrow I might be the president of this nation.
You have said it.
I might be the president of this nation.
Absolutely.
And we cannot be limited because of our disability. And disability does not mean that we don't have intelligence, or we cannot run an organization, we cannot run a nation. So for me, I would say what keeps Anne moving is knowing that tomorrow will be better than today.
I love it.
Yes.
So I believe that is so many Annes out there. That is your word. And to you, Collins, even as we come to a close, this is the day that we commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disability. Tell us this. Speak something to the society.
A lot has been done in an attempt to bring about inclusive spaces that persons with disability can grow and thrive. But there are still barriers to this, and these are occasioned by us in the society. I feel proud with my work when I speak about disability inclusion, and then that aha moment when people realize that, no, I've been doing it wrong. I need to change and do it this way. It brings about joy. It makes me feel that I've accomplished my mission in creating disability inclusive spaces and pathways. This is backed by the theme for 2025 International Day of Persons with Disability. As we commemorate this day, we all need to create inclusive society that foster disability inclusion in all our endeavors, it brings joy when one person with disability is empowered.
Yeah,
This person will go back to their community and empower the rest.
that's true.
Not this. Disability inclusion is not about favor, is not as an act of charity, but it is a human right
Yeah.
protected by the legal framework and the laws that Kenya abides to. So let's all be ambassadors of disability inclusion.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. What a better way to end this conversation. I know there's so much that we can unpack today, but I'm so happy and delighted that you're able to be part of this conversation. And I'm going to remind all of us that we are all God's masterpiece. How we are created, as he has mentioned, we are all created in the image and likeness of God. And so from me and our persons in the studio, we want to wish you a happy and a best and memorable International Day of Persons with Disability. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.